Pit entry will be key. Remember, these guys do not have a pit road speed limit during this pit stop. And you see right there, gets out of shape and around he goes. First car out of the gate. But he gathers it up. And will he stop on time? He does. Let's take a look at that pit entry one more time. Yeah, it looks like that. You could tell he was kind of slow enough to get ready for it, and I think he was just trying to get a wider arc down from the banking, but he turned it in way too early there. I think the key is down here toward these little markers right there on the apron where the white line stops. I think really that's where your best pit entry is going to be. So he turned way too early. That transition from the banking to the apron upset the car and just got him out of shape, and it turned him around. We saw a lot of this in this morning's practice session, where cars were trying to get on and off pit road in anticipation for this. And see, he kind of kept it a little bit lower down here, 3 and 4 this time, right there on the apron. Perfect entry so far. Could be a hot stop getting in. And we'll slide it through the box, so now he has to back up before they can work on the car, which he does. Lap 2 of 32, 587, trying to get on. So, see how that, whoa. Around he goes as he comes back to the line. 57, 594 as he crosses the line sideways. That will be... Despite that, that'll be third fastest for the 92 with a lap time of 1 minute 58. So here's his pit entry. Yeah, I mean, getting on the pit road was perfect. Just maybe a little bit too fast here trying to get to the pit box. And just slides it right through. And remember, you have to stop completely in the box before they can start working on the car. On the right side there, and that's a pretty good entry. It's like he just, I don't know, maybe just didn't get it quite slowed down enough to get it stopped on the pit road. And it is worth noting that pit road is rather bumpy down there where that pit box is. And maybe that could play a role with maybe a wheel hop or something like that. And then coming off of turn 4, the car just gets out from under him. A little loose coming off the corner. Skips across the quarter-mile track there and crosses the line. He did a whale of a job of keeping this thing out of the wall, because any other time we've seen somebody spin out here on the front straightaway, it's been a first lap of 28.6. Entry to pit road, and under braking goes around, trying to get on the pit road just like Jay Fluke. You see right here, I mean, this is a pretty late turn down into pit road too. It's almost like maybe she didn't turn quite enough, or quite soon enough, and kind of a last minute decision to get on the pit road. It's almost what it seems like there. Yeah, I mean, you really want to start turning in right there at that Charlotte banner on the wall is where you really want to start that arc in the pit road, so it was really late compared to everybody else's. Pretty spot on pit road entry there. Yeah, that's about as wide as you want to go. Oh, he hits the wall, slides past the pit box, and now has to back up. Like backed up a little too far there too, so that's going to be a disastrous pit stop here. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much a perfect pit entry, but when he gets down here, kind of closer to where the pit boxes are, he starts hitting those bumps, and under hard braking, that can cause wheel hop like we've seen, or like you would normally see at a road course. And it looks like maybe that might have been what happened there. It kind of wheel hopped it and it turned him into the pit wall there. And then, of course, he slid 2 or 3 pit boxes further than he needed to. Had a little trouble getting it back at reverse, and then had a little bit of trouble getting it stopped, so he had to pull forward again. And here it is at speed. And again, you're trying to get to pit road as quickly as possible, and sometimes when you're under that pressure of trying to get on there, it can be a little tricky. So we've had 3 drivers. So we got that apron a little bit getting down there, but managed to hold on to it, and pretty good entry so far. Did you get it stopped? No, slides it through the pit box. And, not quite reversed there. There we go. And just like Ben Malik, slides it a little too far back, trying to get stopped in the box. And it'll be interesting to see how that entry into the pit box, he drove through quite a few pit boxes trying to get woed up there, so it'll be interesting to see how that kind of plays into it. And then, in the haste of trying to shift into reverse, didn't actually shift into reverse and pulled forward a little bit further, and then she finally got it going, and then she didn't. Goes a little high, and around she goes again. Yet another car to spin trying to get to pit road. This time a little more trouble there getting onto the pit and through the grass even. And here's a look at that pit entry. Yeah, just like Valerie Cabanilla just turned it in way too late. And in doing so, that just sent the car around. And then trying to gather it back up, got a little bit of wheel spin in there, and that sent the car out into the grass. At speed. Yeah, and we've seen one of those perfect pit entries. Let's see if he can get it woed up for the pit box though. Oh, into the wall, just like Brennan Wolkowitz almost did, but this time he does get a little piece of it. And backs it up past the pit box again, trying to edge it forward, not quite enough, so they'll have to. Luckily for him, Ben Malik had a little bit more trouble during his pit stop, so he's not quite the slowest car. This is first lap. Now for the pit entry. He saw his teammate Blake Turner have some issues getting on here, and he'll have some issues too. Spins, around he goes, able to gather it back up like Jay Fluke did on his spin, and now he's got to get it stopped for the pit box. Here's that entry. And just like Valerie Cabanilla and Laurel Gold in the 5, they just turned it in way too late getting on the pit road, and it seems to upset the car almost as much as turning it straight from the banking down to the apron did for Jay Fluke. Pretty high entry down here into turn 3. It's a little bit of a different strategy, perhaps. Got the apron, nearly slides it around, but he saves it. Getting on the pit road, that might just be one of the better entrances I've seen today. 31.9 is by far the fastest pit entry. And he stopped it in the box perfectly. I don't know if he's going to be able to get the pole, but my goodness, that's going to be a close run right here if he can get out of this pit stop as quickly as he can. Just look at that pit entry. I mean, that thing is sideways. We've seen so many other drivers do that and lose it getting down there trying on the pit road, and somehow he makes it stick. And that led to the first sub 32 second entry to pit road out of anybody this afternoon. Look at that. I mean, that thing is sideways. I mean, you can almost see the right side of the car from the pit road camera there.